Hi guys, welcome to ScentFolio. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Mohammed, and today we're talking about something different, something a different line as in apart from the clones that we discuss normally. Acqua Di Gio Profumo, a beautiful scent. We all know, one of the finest flankers they have in the Acqua Di Gio lineup. I was wearing this for a couple of days, and I was enjoying the parfum. I do have the OG as well, the first edition out there, the Profumo. And it was a pretty interesting wear, and I did pick up a few differences that I wanted to spot on or highlight on or call it out to my friends here. So I decided to do a quick video. Let's get into this. So this guy here, Acqua Di Gio Profumo, we all know this. This is one of the finest, flankers out there when it comes to some marineness, some brightness, some citrusy burst, some aquatic feel, to be honest, along with the woody side, some balsamic side to it, a bit of a heavy, patchouli heavy dominant fragrance. This is again beautiful scent overall. And then now we have the parfum version of this, radiant to transparent bottle here. Pretty much the same thing, to be honest. And yes, the previous caps do fit in there, but I'm not sure whether they're making the black cap for this guy or they have still chosen to have it a grayish tone to match the bottle up. But anyways, I don't think they're selling or they're making the magnetic caps anyway, as they were back in the days for some time, for a few batches out there. But I had the magnetic one and I finished that bottle off, so I got another one, which by that time they finished the magnetic caps. But overall, a couple of differences here. I did not really find a notes breakdown for this guy on Fragrantica, and to be honest, I did not really look it up because this is 95 to 98 to 99.99% same as Profumo in the pop in the beginning. So yes, it comes out citrusy, it comes out marine, it comes out aromatic, and it has that bergamot burst up in the air, zingy, tingy, everywhere kind of a scent. This is, we all know this. I think it is, it does maintain that DNA of Acqua Di Gio. Obviously we do have patchouli amped up here, although it's a base note, but it's right off the bat, it comes up. We have sage that comes up. We have rosemary, which is the most shining star here, which is probably, I think, in my opinion, it's a beautiful scent though, but I think it was a little overly done in the Profumo, and at some point I used to have a headache with this. Longevity was, I wished it would have stayed longer, or it would have, the Profumo, the old version, would have transitioned more. And but I think, to me, it was more like a 5-6 hour fragrance, to be honest, at max. And yeah, and I wish it would have stayed a little more longer. The woodier side was not that dense. It was still airy. It was still amped up with the rosemary and with the geranium rosemary. It does have geranium, by the way. The sage, geranium, and rosemary, that combo was pretty amped up, and that was the talk of the town when it came to Profumo. A bit on the more sweeter side, and I mean, obviously citruses were there. It was a summer king, to be honest. Coming back to this guy, exactly the same when it comes to the opening. It is citrusy, it is poppy, it is zingy, it is, full of patchouli, along with the sage, geranium, and rosemary burst out there. It's up on your face, on your nose, on your head, everywhere. But the good thing is, I think what they wanted to do, ideally in the first place, in Profumo, I think they've done it here. So in Parfum, what they've done is they've amped up. So the opening is fine. It's pretty much the same. But that bright, that zingy side does not stay for long. So it transitions within a few minutes, I would say. It does not in the Profumo. In the Profumo, it used to be the same heavy on the marine side, on the aquatic, and the citrusy side up until a couple of hours, I would say like 2 to 3 hours. Good on sillage, but short on the longevity. Problem fixed here, to be honest. So pretty much the same thing. I'm glad they did not really deviate from the DNA from Profumo and Acqua Di Gio. It's pretty much the same thing, as I said, but done in a more mature fashion and more nicer way, which they would have done in Profumo in the first place. What they did is this transitioned quickly, I would say 35, half an hour mark, let's say, into a more dense and more mature scent profile. The florals, the thyme, rosemary, not the thyme, sorry, the rosemary, sage, and geranium combo takes a little bit of backseat. The patchouli is pretty mature here, so now it's more blended with the woods. It is also supposed to be a woody scent with the aromatic scent it is, but it was not, as in before in Profumo. But this time, yes, the woody side is there. The patchouli is more mature, more aged, I would say. It's not up on your face and your nose. Things are pretty much balanced and smooth here. So that would be the best description of Parfum. Longevity wise, it does stretch out a little more longer, I would say, up until 7 hours. But the downfall is it's low on sillage, and it's after like an hour or so. It's more like a feet, and then more closer to your skin, and I mean more for you to enjoy, to be honest, rather than a crowd pleaser, which the Profumo was and still is. So this is a mature take, as I said. This is more cozy. This is more more comforting. Less on rosemary, which is good. So it does not, for some reason, this does not give me a headache, and I enjoy that the most. I tried this in a mall just to try it, just because I know, I now wanted to make an investment on the same thing, which I heard it is 95 to pretty much 98% same, but I just wanted to see if they have matured the liquid to that level that it's now balanced and more smooth. You do normally get headaches when notes are not balanced well, to be honest, most of the times. Like, that is most likely the reason. It's not that you're for somehow you're allergic to that note, but it's mostly the unbalancing of notes and the chemicals, which actually triggers a headache at some point. But that did not happen here, and I started to enjoy this even more, because before I used to wear this just for the sake of wearing this. I mean, I personally did not really enjoy it because obviously, I had to overspray that. And I had to carry this to make sure it's continuing its age, and yes, could be probably one of the reasons why that was triggering a headache. But then again, I was an idea of this being projected to the crowd as they are more pleased than I was. So I was trying to make everybody happy except me, which a lot of people do at some point, at some age, while they're passing through their journey of these fragrances. So I was just being immature at that point. But it's not that I totally did not like it. I did, but that was more of an idea. But this guy, when I tried this, I was like, no, I was actually loving myself. I was actually adoring what I'm wearing and valuing it because of that dense darkness a bit. So I guess this is a more mature take, or more a nurtured take, which they would have done back in the days when they released this. But then again, I guess everything happens for a reason. Maybe this is more, better off in more summertime, and this is better off in a fall time. Definitely not a winter scent, I would say, but yeah, early spring and in fall time, when, in a bit cooler weather, this will shine. This is shining at this point in time, because I've been using this and I've been enjoying this like thoroughly, completely. I'm liking its maturity. Its amber is good here. It's more smoky. It's more dense, more dark. Patchouli is more matured. Woods are more high. Citrus are pretty balanced. Rosemary is balanced. Nothing standing up and trying to approach your face. Everything is just below your shoulder level, and that's what you enjoy. So yeah, a more mature, nicer take, and I think, yeah, that would be the best. This would give you a better idea to make a decision in which situation you want to get into, and you're looking forward for a scent to shine. So yeah, more summery would be Profumo, and Parfum, a version of Profumo, would be... Actually, you know what? They haven't even mentioned Profumo here. This might not be a Profumo Parfum. It could be just Acqua Di Gio Parfum. Anyways, so yeah, that's it, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. I just wanted to speak my heart out. Generally do. And it really helps to support the channel, to be honest, in the end of the day. Take care, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.